everyone, Lori Be Crafty here. I feel like I've been missing in action. In many ways I have, and this is the reason why. I've been doing a lot of paint projects of late and chalk couture things, but I really just wanted to spend a little time paper crafting. Sometimes we have to like move in between creative mediums, and we don't like doing the same thing all the time. And while I love chalk couture and I have a bunch of projects planned today, I wanted to share with you this album, which I finally finished. I started back in August, believe it or not. Took a break to clean up some stuff around the house and do some things around the house, and then just finished this last night. So I just wanted to take a quick walk through with it so you could see, and I wanted to tell you where I found out about this. Now this is actually, this used paper mostly from this collection, Graphic 45 St. Nicholas. It's currently discontinued, but you can still find it from time to time. I actually had to do a shout out for one of my friends sent me one of these packs because I was one short, because I have a couple of projects related to this paper. But as a weekend and nighttime crafter, one thing I always wanted to tell you is, where do I find ideas? Because I can only work in small bits and pieces at a time. These Graphic 45 classes are helpful. And just so we're clear, all this stuff is available online. If you're interested, let me know. Place a comment if you want to know where I got these how-to sheets. But they're on the G45 site, and they have a ton of them. And the great thing about it is that it lets you take a look at an album like this and cuts it down into really easy to follow step-by-step instructions. And it allows you to do a couple hours here, an hour there, a page of this, whatever. And for weekend crafters and nighttime crafters like me, busy people, it's invaluable to have this. So let me just show this to you real quick. This started as a completely blank album. Oh, before I move forward, I wanted to say, everything you need is listed on these as well too. So you can make sure you have exactly what you need on hand to do this project, which makes them great for crops and such as well. All right, so back at this again. Here's the album, and a lot of this is pop-up, and it was a lot of fun to kind of pop up and, you know, cut the teddy bear's little paw so he can be holding a candy cane, and St. Nicholas's thumb is holding this. And then I used Nuvo drops here, crystal drops there, just to bring the berries out a little bit. And then I did some glossy accents along here just to bring some shimmer and shine. And there's the spine. And all these papers, again, were in that paper pack. Well, that paper pack that I showed you, and then the complementary one, the ones that's called Patterns and Solids that matches with it. That was really helpful. You don't need the patterns and solids, but I'll show you what I did and you'll understand why I needed them. So here we go. Inside, we've got these great little keys. And there, this is all popped up. And the one thing I like about G45 is there's a lot of like tuck and folded kind of stuff where things can be added. You could use this as a journal card, or you can put pictures on it. And again, over here, pop up, that's a pocket. Now this album came with all these page inserts and these little page tabs as well too, the protective corners, which is just a neat little accent. I did edge these in a darker ink, brownish ink. There's the next page. Here's a fun page, it's a vellum page. And of course with vellum, you just have to get creative because you have to hide your glue, and you can see how that was done on there. This is tucked in here. Now I will say this project list did not call for these little tabs and embellishments, but I had the chipboard stuff, and I had these are the chipboard pages, and I had stickers and some other pages as well too. You can always add, which I love to do. We could, you know, use that for pictures, journal cards. This is a cut down one in the middle. And these are just two journal cards that were put in there. Another one. And I just added little embellishments throughout as I saw fit. And then here, neat little waterfall, which you make, and it's not that hard to do. And that's the other neat thing about these sheets, is that you get to try new things that you may not have necessarily tried before on your own. And I know most people who know me know that I'm a card maker, so I don't do a lot of scrapbooks. So a lot of this stuff was new to me. Here is a combo vellum piece. And this is kind of neat too. I'm going to pull one of my journal cards, one of my extra ones that I had, but I only half glued that, so you can just kind of tuck a picture in there as well too. That's a little trick I learned doing another G45 project. But there's all kinds of ways to make these projects different, unique, and personal. These are all tabbed in there. Now, just so you know, this was the last page that was explained in here. The rest of these pages, what I essentially did is that I kind of copied the theme in the other pages, but just did some different papers and some different things. So while I had a nice base here, I kind of went off the deep end, or at least off the other end, and did these ones myself. And again, I used the same concept, but I just switched up the papers and did some things different. So there's the next page. There's another vellum page again. Here's another page. This stuff is all tucked in here. And again, you can use those as photo backings or journal pieces, journal cards. Another page, kind of another little half page. And you can tuck something in there if you wanted to, some sort of memorabilia. And these are fun. These are two little tag inserts, and I just cut squares out of the back of the hard cardboard paper cover, and I covered them with paper and added some ribbon, and then you can tuck them in, and you can add pictures and memorabilia to those as well too. And that was the trick I actually learned doing another Graphic 45 project. And that's what's neat about these pages, because tricks you learn here, of course, you can use those in other projects you do as well. And then I did another waterfall page here, but instead I went with horizontal cards rather than vertical. So there's that, another one of these pages. And then this page, I just actually I used these little I cut these out of the pages and I used them as tabs to pull up the pieces here. And there's 3 of these, and you can, of course, add pictures, memorabilia, whatever you do to those, but they're all tucked in there. And then then we're back to the last page of the album. And that's it. Oh, I got to get this kind of turned the right way before I can show you the back. So just a simple back, but again, this was a plain white album or off-white album. So there it is. That was my Ho 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 Jolly St. Nicholas album that I've been working on that I wanted to share with you. Again, if you're interested in finding the links to the G45 where I find all of these sheets, let me know and I'll post it in the comments. And I love how I was able to do it in little bits and pieces, and that's so important when you're a busy crafter like I am. So I would love to hear from you in the comments. What do you do to make big projects feel small? Or what do you do to try something new that you may not have tried before? Where do you get your inspiration? Have a great afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great long weekend, because I'm filming this on Labor Day weekend, and I am going to be getting back into some paint projects with Chalk Couture. So stay tuned. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.